I used to like feel that no, I want to fit in with my friends and and I don't have friends. I didn't have someone like best friend. I used to have like friends, okay, but it's like hi bye, school, not like going out and like having some girl talks or talking about guys because like when you hit puberty you start getting interested, and I had my friends dating and all this at school and people saying congratulations and all this, and I was like, oh, I wasn't this like and especially that I hit puberty a little late, so I didn't have this I don't
Yes.
Yes, the interest in general. Yeah. We got you.
That's cool.
Very nice. Yeah. Look at that. Episode 292. Traveling around the world. Now we're in Dubai with the great Yasmin Al Masri. Welcome.
Welcome on the show, Yasmin.
Yes.
Let the world know who you are and what you do.
So I start?
Yeah, that's where you kind of, let the world know
All right.
who you are and what you do.
All right. So basically, I'm a gymnast. I was a former Lebanese champion, first division. So I've been training for 17 years.
Wow.
I've traveled abroad. I've traveled to Brazil and Russia to train. And so, yeah, and my competition journey, like I stopped competing in 2019 and that was it. And now I coach. I've been coaching for 8 years now. So I used to coach the Lebanese Federation team of my team and the Federation team of Sabbath School. I don't know if you know Shreifet.
Yeah,
we're graduates from the
boys.
Those two went to him before, basically. Yeah.
That's how me and Ali met. Yeah.
Amazing.
So I've been teaching there for 3 years for their school competition.
I missed when you could have been our teacher. I don't know, that would have been a great gymnast, maybe.
Ali, we don't do gymnastics, me and you. Last time I did gymnastics was like maybe like what grade 2 maybe or something like that. I don't know.
Just so we're on the same page, and I'm sorry for this stupid question, but gymnast as in gymnastics, right?
You have 6 types, now 7 types of gymnastics that are under the federation, the International Federation of Gymnastics. So I used to compete in artistic gymnastics. So it's for both men and women. Men compete in 6 apparatuses, which are the rings, the vault, the pommel horse, the parallel bars, the high bar, the floor. What else? Did I miss any? Are they 6? The vault. Yeah.
Yep.
Are they 6?
We'll call it 6. Yeah, sure.
Can you say them back, Ali? Can you say them back?
I can because me and my dad used to watch a lot of Olympic gymnastics. So here's how it goes, right? It's the vault, the high bar, the parallel bar, and then you have the rings. You have the floor, which is when they do the cool like triple backflip off the ground. It's pretty cool. It's amazing.
And then they have the pommel horse.
The pommel horse, which is a little thing that goes like when they start spinning around it, and it kind of looks pretty cool. I thought they were breakdancing when I was a kid, but hey, I was a kid, right? But my favorite is the floor, obviously, because that's just crazy. Like they're on solid ground floor and they're flipping around, and it's like
very powerful. Yeah.
It's amazing. So which one did you do?
They get also.
Oh yeah,
guys, can I just turn on the lights?
Go ahead. Here's what we'll do.
Just a second.
Very
right,
nice.
So there we go. We're back. Which one? So my question was, which type of the 6 or 7 did you do?
No, this is for men.
Oh,
so then
shit,
you have for women. Women do 4, which is they are the balance beam, the uneven bars, the vault, and the floor.
And
so the 3 apparatuses, which are the floor, uneven bar, and balance beam, they are the what's it called? You have a routine, a specific routine that you have to memorize. You work for it for years, okay, and you progress from one month to another, even years. It takes a lot of time to perfect a routine. Not even 100% perfection, but I mean, yeah. And then you have the vault, which is just a one powerful stunt, right? Just you run, it's only for 10 seconds, you run and you do whatever.
Oh, is it the one where you run, you jump on this little thing, and then you have to do it?
And the springboard, and then
I watch that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question: is it the routine or is it the execution of the routine in successful or like successive order?
Basically, in a routine, you have so many executions. So the routine, we call it performance.
Okay.
Inside a routine, you have skill execution.
Right.
So where you execute.
So when it comes to judging a routine, is it judging like, oh, you successfully did this move after that move, or
no? You have deductions. So for example, you have 4 acrobatic elements, okay, which you already tell the judge that you're gonna execute. You have this and this and that in your routine. So for example, this has a score of 10, for example, 10 out of 10. So what do? They deduct. So depending on the mistakes that you did. So for example, if I'm flipping and I open my legs or I bent my knees, but the name of the flip is, for example, a back layout. So it's a back straight somersault. And I bent my knees or I arched, then this is where you start having the deduction. And how far I am to execute that skill perfectly or technically or in a proper way,
right?
Then this is how the deduction, they start deducting, you know.
Have you ever gotten have you ever gotten a perfect score doing?
No. Look, honestly, I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys.
Yes.
Our level in gymnastics in Lebanon is so weak. I used to train every day because I just wanted to, and my mom said this was the best, and I don't know, like, to train every day. But it was mostly I had my coach who I really love, but I mean, I cannot blame him. He had over 30 kids in to teach. So basically this is unprofessional if you want to talk about being in a top level, because look, right. I trained in Brazil, for example. We would have 2 coaches, a man and a girl, for maximum 8 girls. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So the woman would teach more artistry, would teach more, nice movements, elegance, dance, and stuff like this. And the man would actually really help us with the flips and, So, and they teach a lot of technique there. And other than this, I used to train there 4 to 7 hours a day. So that really depended on.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, 6 times a week. 6 times a week.
When you're doing it that much, how do you not get injured? Because when you're doing 7 hours a day, 6 days a week.
You do get injured, you do.
Bro, how do you compete if you're injured? How can you even do flips if you're injured? Yeah. I
mean, you have to have proper recovery. Look, as a kid, I'll tell you something. I found out that I have rheumatoid arthritis when I was 10. This is a crown. I still have it, and when I got to Dubai, I've been here in Dubai for only 4 months, by the way, not for long. But when I came to Dubai, I think the stress level increased, and the humidity, really, it does affect a lot my joints. So I started feeling pain on the elbows and the wrists and the fingers. So I cannot move it for a while. Like I become paralyzed, I cannot get out of bed. So I have to take anti-inflammatory to at least just start my day. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So, and I also had ankle sprains, for sure. This is normal, but there's just 4 days I'm fine, and you just have to suck it up and just go to training, And what else? I had knee issues because I was growing, so my knees couldn't tolerate the pressure that I was putting onto it. So look, it's normal. It's normal to have, but big injuries, I didn't have them when I was a child. Only when I turned 13, I had a big muscle strain on my thigh, on my hamstring and inner thigh, where you could actually see the blood under my skin. This took me 3 months. This was my biggest injury when I was a child. I mean, like when I was younger, I'm still young.
No, you're considered an adult now. You get to say that, so don't.
That's true.
You get to say that.
You get to say when I was a child.
When I was a child.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, we're all still part of the youth. That's all right.
So
my biggest injury is I broke my tibia, which is the shin bone. Yeah, I broke it. It was in 2018. And this is where I was training in Russia. I was going back and forth. And it was due to overtraining, but I was taking a lot of painkillers and anti-inflammatory so that I can just mask the pain and just continue with my trainings. Because Russians is like, you don't do it, you just leave. They can kick you out easily, like don't give a shit about really, they don't care about your mental health, nothing. But I really respect them. I really respect them. Like really, I loved being trained by Russians. I've been trained by Russians for 14 years. So wow. I already know the system, but like going there, staying for a while was different because you just sleep there, you're at their place, you're with the coaches, you're with your team, with your teammates, and it's different. You eat the same food that they eat, you sleep at the same time, you sleep with someone, with a Russian, for example. You're in your training camp, so you're 24 hours with them, so you cannot be very flexible. You're not, it's not your choice what you eat, what
even
you do.
If you're a gymnast?
It's not your choice because I'm under their rule, and especially that the Russian Federation used to, so this was acrobatics, especially that Russian Federation, they invited me, so I didn't pay for my training camps there.
Oh wow!
I only paid for the accommodation and for my ticket. So I mean, so that's why. And look, I love training. I love it, and it comes from. Really, it doesn't come from. I'm not a business person at all. I'm not.
Welcome to the
I'm
welcome to the
learning
club.
Dubai how to be a business person, and it's
I'm not
going so badly because I don't know. I don't know how to talk about money. I don't know.
Listen, some people have the business mind. People like me and you really don't. We just. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. But it's very interesting. Like this is very. It's because it's ironic. You have rheumatoid arthritis and you're a gymnast. Like those two should not be in a sentence, yet here it is, right? Like it's crazy, right? It's really.
It's okay. It happens.
So you really did beat the odds.
By the way, you were saying that you were like training and participating in like all of these countries, Brazil, Lebanon, Russia, but when you were participating abroad, who were you representing, or were you just like participating in tournaments as an independent?
I got accepted once. I got actually twice. I got qualified to go to the Arab competition, but one got cancelled. That was the first one. It got cancelled because of in Egypt they were having their civil crisis, whatever they were having, and then the second one. I don't know, they postponed it, and then I didn't know what happened after. And then I had one in Russia where it was not gymnastics, it was acrobatics, which is very close. I learned a lot though. I competed there from the Lebanese national team, so I was participating like Ism Lebanon from.
Oh wow! Nice.
Wait, so you were being trained by the Russians, but you're participating as you were representing the Lebanese team.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's like when you go to the opponents and you're like, yo, train me so I can beat you. That's what's happening.
Look, they won't say that I'm an opponent because look, their level is way beyond my level. Yeah. Really, especially I was at the age of 19, 20. This is not the peak age, by the way. peak age is 14, 15, 16, maximum.
How come?
This is the peak age. One, you don't hit puberty. I hit puberty late, by the way. Two, for a gymnast, they start early because they have so many skills to build up, to perfecting those skills in a technical way, in an artistic way. And so that it becomes something very usual, like a skill, like a double back. I haven't reached a double back, by the way, a double somersault.
That's cool. None of us here reached a single back.
They learn it at a very early age so that they can execute higher skills. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So the peak age is actually 14, 15, 16. So at the Olympic Games, you see them 15, 16.
Wow. That's a lot.
Those are their age.
For a 15-year-old?
And after this, you don't see them anymore, or they could continue. That's up to them.
Especially if they're Chinese. Hey. Is that not on the show? Oops. I'm sorry. My bad. But
okay.
God damn, Ali, what the hell?
The filter between here and here is gone, bro. I have not slept well. Okay.
That's a lot of pressure for someone who's 14 or 15, right?
To be in the Olympics.
When I was 14, I was a kid in school. I was being stupid
I know.
with Travis with Said.
Listen. Look, being an athlete, to know any kind of athlete, basketball, it can be a basketball player, football player, track and field athlete. You don't have a life. Okay, you don't have this life that you can eat whatever you want. You can sleep over at your friend's house. You can go party. Like when I was, I don't know, 14, 15, I didn't go to those little parties and and go drink and fuck around. I did, but I mean, it wasn't like constantly. It was just occasionally.
So how does this affect you mentally, as an athlete and as a person, just as a person?
You should have been in esports.
Before I used to get affected.
Life would have been so different. Honestly.
Look, before I used to feel that no, I want to fit in with my friends and and I don't have friends. I didn't have someone best friend. I used to have friends, okay, but hi, bye, school, not going out and having some girl talks or talking about guys, because when you hit puberty, you start getting interested. And I had my friends dating and all this at school, and people saying congratulations and all this, and I was like, oh. I wasn't this and especially that I hit puberty a little late, so I didn't have this I don't
yes, the interest in general. We got you.
That's cool.
Very nice. Yeah.
Right. So do you think it helped you though, with the fact that you got there a little late?
I'm so happy that I didn't have the life that they had. I am so happy. Well, one, because I grew older than my age, and I am turning 23, but I'm not mentally I'm not 23, and I'm a lot older than my age, not a lot, but just a couple of years from my age. And the experiences that I've experienced, they're not easy, and I won't say everything. I cannot tell you a lot about my experience because they're a little too personal. Mm-hmm. But yeah, out of all the suffering, I don't know, everyone has a certain degree of suffering, but for a child, yes, I didn't have this normal childhood where you're painting, you're, I don't know, going out to dunes, popcorn, cinema.
Cinema.
Yeah, I didn't have this. Instead, I was training, and but yeah, it created a discipline, Yasmin. I'm a very disciplined person in food, disciplined in time, disciplined in occasions. For example, I cannot go clubbing every weekend. I cannot go have fun every time. You know, I have like time. This is I prioritize a lot.
It's a big
and the
commitment.
good thing is that I do not try to fit in with other people.
Right.
Because there's no because. It's just
the way you are. The military lifestyle you lived in, it kind of forced you there.
No, not that much, but I mean, it's just I'm a very selective person.
Would you consider yourself fiercely independent with this mentality?
Look, I am independent actually. I've been like almost independent for 7 years. Now in Dubai, I am 100% independent. In Lebanon, I opened up my own business with my partner. Okay, I don't want to talk about this, but
you don't have to.
And the long distance is not really helping. But anyway, it's all good.
Yes.
And it's like a home studio, and I got my car. I have my own car. I've been driving it for 4 years now. So everything on my own, yes. And there was a certain time where I paid for my university, my food.
I mean,
so yeah.
For you being 23 years old and a lady coming from Lebanon, being fully independent, this is very rare. From when I know.
I'm telling you.
Yes. So I want to know, you said you like to train a lot, you have a lot of discipline. Is the discipline for you, is it like painful for you, or do you like the discipline?
Oh no, it's really good, because look, if you don't deal with life in a disciplinary way, like if it's gonna be discipline, it doesn't have to be action. It's here, and it comes in so many ways. It helped me a lot in deal with different people, different situations, what you encounter, the experiences that I've been through. So I mean, you learn, and it's all about learning. Being disciplined in life is just a way how to deal with experiences and situations. That's basically it, you know. And
but it takes a lot to be disciplined, because I mean, we all start off undisciplined. Most people are undisciplined.
Yeah,
so you have to make that decision.
Depending on which area you're talking about.
What do you mean by that?
You will like at a certain point you have to prioritize some stuff, you know. And look, you learn when you fuck up. So this is when you learn. You start learning when you start screwing. I'm sorry, am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
Totally. It's all right. Yeah, we understand basically, like when you fuck up, you make mistakes and you learn from your mistakes.
Pretty much.
Basically, the lesson, guys, learn from your fuck ups. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Or fuck up on purpose.
No, it's not learn from that. No, Saeed. No, don't listen to Saeed. Don't.
wait, don't listen. Don't learn from your fuck ups.
It's not. You only learn, but like the experiences that you learn mostly in is when you're really like when you are screwed up, basically, or when you just it's a shocking situation that you're put in, and so you have to learn how to deal with it. So yes, I do think that you need discipline in life. You have to how to organize everything, and I'm telling you, discipline starts from here. You know, it starts from your mental state,
right?
So
and then you put it into action. You get what I mean? Why did Saeed leave?
He must have connectivity issues. I think.
Yes,
he'll rejoin in a bit. So there he is. Okay, cool. So
is the only way to learn through fucking fucking up. Sorry.
No, it's not the only way. It's
Yes.
not the only way.
So what is the best way to learn from your experience, and then also because you've had your mistakes?
Look, you learn every day. You learn every day. You learn from. I'm learning from you guys. I mean, I'm meeting you guys, and you're asking me questions. And the podcast is my first podcast. And
First podcast on A to the Show.
Yeah.
So look, so really, you learn every day. You learn. So yeah, you don't have to learn from like your bad situations, but I'm telling you, like to go out of your comfort zone, it's by going through shit. Okay, but it doesn't mean that going through shit is the right way to learn. I'm not saying this, but I mean, I think it's just going out of your comfort zone. Going out of your comfort zone, it could be anything. It could be something really good, and it could be something bad, which shocked your system, which shocked your mental state.
Mm-hmm.
And but you learn every day, every single second. You're a learner before a teacher. So
true, and a great master is an eternal student, right? So let's go back to you training now. You are now in Dubai, right? And that's where you'll be training. Is that right? You'll be training in Dubai, or what's your situation on training gymnastics?
I'm teaching in Dubai. I'm teaching in Dubai.
You're teaching. Sorry, you're teaching in Dubai.
I'm working here.
Yeah.
I'm working. Yeah, that's basically.
So, is there something you've learned while teaching that you could have never learned while actually practicing gymnastics or being a gymnast?
Could you repeat your question?
I said, okay, so I basically asked, is there something you learned while teaching gymnastics that you did, like there was no way you could have learned it while being a gymnast? So something you realized
while being a gymnast, you don't see your movements, especially when I was at my peak level. I think I was at my peak level. I didn't have a phone to record, or I didn't have, So when you see someone else, or when you're teaching someone else, it makes more sense. Especially that I am very into biomechanics, and I did I did 2 degrees. My last degree, I had a chapter on biomechanics of gymnastics biomechanics, and I went really deep into it. I started understanding it more, and I started applying it to with my students. So this is how what I learned from teaching. Wow. That I couldn't learn it from me practicing it. And there are some skills that I perfected them while I was teaching, because it made more sense when I was teaching, because I could see the person doing it, and maybe I didn't have the proper guidance from my coach. So maybe me being a guiding a student, I would also understand it more and guide myself in perfecting or executing on a certain skill. You get what I mean?
Yes, completely understand. Right. So
it's hard to because you paved your path, kind of. You didn't really have anyone to guide you too much, and now you gained all this wisdom and learning and travel around the world. If you were younger, would you have done something different with all the knowledge you have now?
I don't know. I don't know this. What? I don't know, really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't my choice of starting gymnastics. It was my mom's choice. But since I liked it and I was very talented, and I was really a talented kid, I think so. I mean, I used to. Yeah, I was a talented kid. I mean, if I was training abroad, I would really gone. I don't know.
Olympics level?
I don't know, but maybe something big, maybe. But I don't know. If I go back in time, look, everything happens for a reason. I
Right.
don't want to be cheesy with that sentence.
That's true.
So far, what I'm seeing that yes, everything, like it's like a circle. So I don't know. This is what I'm experiencing right now. That everything is happening for a reason, and it's crazy how the universe works. You know. So yeah.
It's true.
We're going deep now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Deep
So
philosophy.
Crazy how the universe works. Kids nowadays, we were talking about, a lot of them are into esports now, more so than regular sports. Have you noticed that? And have kids gotten less enthusiastic about gymnastics and more on their iPad or
iPad.
Oh yes.
So that's
Oh,
offensive to esports athletes. iPad. We're on
iPads?
PCs.
That's
Look, I've taught kids online. I've taught kids online. It did not work, and I got so frustrated. Especially the amounts of flies that they're being put in, like they're programmed. You know. I don't know, but we are part of the system. We cannot do anything about it. You know, we are in a technological era, or what do you say? What do you call it?
Yeah, we're in technological era. Pretty
era,
much.
Yes, yeah, basically,
Especially here in Dubai. I mean, in Lebanon, you guys are living in the States. One in Kuwait, no?
I'm in the United States. I'm in Los Angeles. So yeah, I see it.
I'm in Lebanon.
Yeah, Saeed. So in Dubai, it's crazy, you know, like it's crazy the amount of the technology that they have. I don't know if in the US you have it or in Kuwait.
Yes.
In Lebanon, for sure, we don't have electricity to start with, but in Dubai, it's crazy. Like I haven't heard of applications or what you can do. I mean, you can book your PTs on an app with a simple click, like you get what I mean? It's just, it's crazy. And people rely on this a lot, and you become lazier and lazier and lazier. Like in half an hour, you have your shopping list waiting at the door, you know? Like a big shopping list, you know, like you're shopping, whatever.
Yeah, someone goes and picks it up for you. Yeah, exactly.
Same here, but it's not to do with technology. But yeah, keep going.
People aren't moving.
You know, gas comes to you, petrol comes to you.
What? No, that we don't have.
That we don't have.
That we can really
petrol,
use.
you just call him. Oh, I live here, blah, 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 blah. Come with gas. It's crazy.
My car.
Yeah.
You need that. That's a business idea.
Delivery.
Wallah, that's like a business idea right there.
And look, the online courses that the kids are having is unbelievable. I think they would stop schools because of COVID and not do online, because I've been teaching PT privates during COVID, going to houses and all this, and I see the kids, they just mute and go watch TV, or they're just watching, they're on the iPad, just sitting down with rounded back, eating chips or eating whatever, and just eating, not moving. And after this, they log out and they go play on their iPad or on their MacBook or their laptop, whatever. So no, it's a very unhealthy era that we're going through, and this generation is gonna grow up very ignorant. I'm so sorry to say this. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you guys have cousins, sisters, siblings, whatever, but yes. I mean, this is the reality, and unless the parents, like I know parents who did not get iPads or Mabarif Shoe or anything for their kids. So it's good. So they're still in physical contact with maybe Barbies, with Legos, you know, with puzzles, chess, you know, those kind of stuff, ball, bicycle. Now I don't see this a lot.
I would actually disagree with you on the point of like this era is more ignorant, because I feel like if anything, information is more readily available for us. So if anything, we're more educated.
Yeah, but Saeed, what kind of information? You do know that the information that come and go, they're not, to what extent are they reliable, or to what extent are they there to help us deal with the proper self-esteem, self-conscious, being conscious and aware of what you're doing. Most of the information that we're listening or we're reading, they're basically programming us to believe that this is right and that is wrong. You get what I mean? So nothing really. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but this goes back to the guidance of the parents in a sense.
The school system is really fucked up. All of our school system is fucked up.
Yep.
So
this is definitely something we agree on. This is definitely we agree on. I'm saying this is definitely something we agree upon.
So so this is part of what we listen to, what we learn, you know. And then I'm sorry, like open the TV, the news. I'm so sorry, like really, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know. And I'm not saying that I don't believe, or I'm not saying this, but I do believe there are bigger problems in the world that should have been solved long time ago, but it's because of this political agenda that's happening, and it has been going on for years, that people are. Look, people like easy information. Yeah. This is what I'm going to tell you. People like the easy information, the information that just comes to you. Mm-hmm. But the information that you go and you go and read, you try to find different sources, different points of view, no. And people want to know one point of view. And this one point of view is the point of view that we are programmed, which is part of the system. But we cannot argue with that. We cannot. We are part of the system. I'm sorry, the vaccine is part of the system. And I don't want to take the vaccine, but then I will.
Preach!
Literally, thank you.
Preach, Yasmin, preach! I am saying the same thing. Same damn thing.
We're caught up in
fake. It's all part of the system. We're all a bunch of screws in this huge machine that's easily replaceable. The vaccine is bullshit. I'm not taking it.
Oh my god. Yes.
Relax. We're all doing it for free. I don't understand why is this such a complicated thing.
What?
Sorry, Saeed, what you were saying?
What I was saying is we're all getting it for free, so I don't understand what's the complication behind the vaccine.
It's not a complication, but there is look, I don't want to go into details because
we don't have time.
Yes,
it's going to be very political, and it's actually political more than changing our planet, change the world, and make a world a better place by being this, by taking the vaccine, by being vegan, by doing the. Bullshit. Yes. There are people in Africa, I'm sorry, there are people in Africa suffering from the 1700s or maybe a little more, okay, because of child trafficking, sex trafficking, poverty, exploitation, slavery, till now. And this is the biggest problem in the world.
Yes.
Biggest problem in the world, and no one can solve this. No one can solve really. Now you tell me this political leader who owns the world cannot solve this issue, which I think this is the most disgusting kind of suffering that any human can go through. Starvation, malnutrition, diseases, and you suffer while you're alive. You know what does it mean, suffering while you're in pain, while you are. This is what I feel that it's something that people don't talk about, but people care about veganism. And I'm not, I was a vegan, I was a vegetarian, I've tried all of this, you know. But that's not the main problem, and the people who are promoting these problems, they are the causes. They are the people
they're creating it.
They're creating the problem. So they're
creating. What you're trying to say is basically the vaccine is like a type of distraction from the bigger problems.
I mean, everything is a distraction. Whatever we see on news is a distraction. Look, regardless, vaccine, we have to take it whether we like it or not. But I mean, like the vaccine. We are putting. I won't be هيدا الهول شو اسمه conspiracy theorist. ما حفوت هيك because بس إنه في إنه I don't know, like it's we are being in control, and the only way to get them to be controlled is by imposing fear. Okay, this is we know all this. We all know all this. I'm not saying that COVID doesn't happen. It exists. It exists 100%. Blah blah blah.
So how do you get out of it? How do you control yourself as opposed to someone else controlling you?
You can't. You're living in a community. You're living in a society.
You're too deep into the whole thing to escape. So you're
in it. You have to. يعني I wear the mask because I have to wear the mask. I'm obliged to wear the mask. You know, you don't care. But in Dubai, you get like it's a very big fine. It's like maybe 25% of your salary. You know, it depends on what's your salary. You know. Depending on your salary, أكيد. بس إنه أنا as a start, it's like 25% of my salary.
That's a lot, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
what?
I won't say إنه بس إنه you have to be careful. You have to respect. Anyway, there is respect. You have to do this whether you like it or not. Like I hate so many things. I look at people and no, Anjad, you think like this, Anjad, you're brainwashed to an extent that you cannot even listen to your own words. You're not even aware of what you're saying. You just have information that you were programmed to like while you were listening, reading the news or whatever, listening to your parents, blah blah blah. You start saying stuff that it doesn't make sense. Like you're spitting out words from different areas that really it doesn't make sense. But again, I don't blame people. I don't blame them.
You know what doesn't make sense? How we run out of time so quickly, which we did.
Oh my God.
Before we go, I just want to say this went way too woke. we got really deep into it. I do agree that a lot of people are just distracted with everything that's going on, and with how quick we get information. It just comes in and out, and you are like, if we're in a river, right, we're getting swayed by whatever the waves, the tides go. And I think what you did, Yasmin, and what I'm trying to do is try to cut off all that extra information and try to like carve my own path, right? So how have you been able to carve your own path with all this craziness, and what do you see for yourself forward?
Look, I try to do me. When you are good to yourself, when you try to be a better version of yourself in so many ways, physical part, emotional part, mental part, you transmit this kind of energy to other people, and you try to change the world in a smaller scale. You get what I mean? So that's basically it. And this is what I love about my work, my job, is that I teach because I'm so passionate about it, and I wanna like give whatever I can give in terms of knowledge, coaching skills, and in terms of being not a role model, but more like a friend, you know. And since I lacked this as a child, so maybe giving love and care to those kids and adults maybe too. I like it. It makes me feel alive, to be honest. So this is what I seek. I really don't seek being a successful person in like worldwide or whatever you see. You know, look, Instagram is there just for business for me, you know, just to grow my own business. It's a platform at the end of the day. I'm very real on Instagram, alhamdulillah. I'm not fake at all. I don't try to be fake, but also I don't show whatever, anything like extra stuff that people are not supposed to see. My personal life, you know, they don't have to know about this, you know, because it's too personal, and it's for me, you know, I like to keep this boundary between my personal life and the social media aspect.
Wow.
And
some people use social media for their personal lives, but all their personal lives is out there.
Sorry,
Yes.
but I have to go because it's almost time for Fatur. So it's nice meeting you, Yasmin, and
Ramadan Kareem.
yeah, I'll see you.
Yes.
Wait, oh,
can I take a picture, guys?
Yes, please
Yeah,
take
you
a
can do
picture
it,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, but let's wrap up.
We'll
here.
take
Right.
a picture. Yeah, let's wrap up. We'll take a picture and then we'll all be on our way, right? Thank you for
Sounds
watching
good.
another episode of
Thank you
A2 the
for
show. We
the
deeply appreciate you for coming. If you guys enjoyed this episode half as much as we
That was a great
enjoyed filming
episode.
it, like, subscribe, share. We'll leave
Share
a link
it.
to Yasmin's
Share the
social
wokeness.
media, right?
In
You
the
can-
link in the bio.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yasmin, is there anything you'd like to shout out or let the world know?
Thank you so much, guys. Just enjoy life, enjoy it.
You too.
You too.
Keep spreading the wisdom. Keep
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you for saying.
Bye, guys.
Peace, love, happiness. I'll see you.
Peace.